Richaun Holmes signed with Panathinaikos. Instead of Jonas Valanciunas, they're still getting someone from the NBA. They're getting a 9-year NBA veteran, an undersized big, an undersized center, I would say, not an undersized big. He sometimes played the power forward position, mostly played the center position, especially for Sacramento. More of a bench guy, more of a backup center role for throughout his NBA career. And here, I'm guessing he's coming as a backup to Matthias Lesor. Not guessing, but probably it's the only way we would see him here. What's your reactions to Richaun Holmes signing with PAO?
If he's a backup, then it's a really strong, let's say, center rotation because, Matthias Lesor, if he's healthy, he's a beast. I'm not sure what's his condition. It's going to be interesting to see. Omer Yurtseven, what is his situation in the team?
I've heard under contract, I think.
Under contract, but I've seen some rumors that he might be leaving. I'm not sure. We need Donatas to confirm or deny this rumor. But Richaun Holmes, very interesting signing. I think he has the best floater game among the centers. He will have the best floater game in the EuroLeague.
You're disrespecting Biros.
Oh,
Laurynas Birutis floater is actually underrated, bro.
Okay. Yeah, Richaun Holmes is the second best floater.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
After Laurynas Birutis. And so it's going to be interesting to see a similar type of player to Matthias Lesor.
Rolling a lot,
I would say. But do you need someone different when you have so much talent in every other position? So I think it's an interesting signing, but really curious to see how he does with a different type of game a little bit. Rytis, you have seen him more, I think.
Probably, but you do not focus on the player so much when you're just watching a random NBA game and you're not thinking that in 3 years' time he's going to join Panathinaikos.
Yeah.
So you're just treating him as any other guy on the court. But more or less I'm familiar with his game. If Yurtseven stays, he could end up being a backup to a backup. You don't know. He's 31 years old, so he's already an established veteran. It's not like you're going to teach a young player how to play in the EuroLeague. You're already getting an accomplished center, let's say, who could easily get a contract on an NBA team to be a backup, but probably Panathinaikos at this point of his career is a big opportunity for him. And having examples of Kendrick Nunn and other American NBA players being successful in Europe, why not? However, it's kind of strange to me that they really, really wanted to sign Valanciunas, but when it was not possible, they opted for a completely different player. Like Richaun Holmes and Valanciunas don't have anything in common as centers, like completely different players. Richaun Holmes probably could be very successful in Europe as a switching big. He's mobile, he's athletic, he has good size, he's quick enough, rolling big on offense, obviously. I can see him doing damage to the opposition on the short roll situations. But it's interesting to see how it will develop for Omer Yurtseven. Because last season when Panathinaikos had Lesor healthy and Yurtseven was a backup, we thought that it's unfair to other teams.
Yeah.
At the same time, thinking about Panathinaikos, they probably learned the lesson from last year. After a few injuries, they had to bring in Wenyen Gabriel, Tibor Plyce just to have enough bodies. And in general, when you look at the roster, it seems, you have Lesor, one of the best centers in the league. You have Yurtseven, a great player, and Mitoglu can play as a 5 if needed, but the season is really long, and next season is going to be even longer. You add more games to the regular season, so you need more depth. And if you are one of the rich teams, you can afford the luxury to have 3 centers. And I like the signing in general. It's just strange to me that you tried to sign Valanciunas, it didn't work out, and then you sign a completely different player.
It sounds like more of a Giannakopoulos signing than a Ergen signing to me. If you were in a direction, you wanted a big like Valanciunas and went for someone completely different, I don't think that would be the case that it's the coach who wanted this player. I feel like Yeah, Dimitris Yanakopoulos likes NBA names, and that's one of those times where he just said, okay, I'm just going to get an NBA name no matter who. Richaun Holmes, though, is going to earn $2.7 million in his first year, at least according to SDNA. And he has a +1 in his contract and an NBA out after the first season. So we'll see how that plays out. But with the $2.7 million salary, I don't see him as a backup to Yurtseven, as you
He shouldn't
thought
be,
about.
but who knows?
Yeah.
Sometimes even good NBA players don't fit in.
I mean, Yurtseven was coming from the NBA as well.
Yeah.
But he's a European player. It's probably
it's different
for him.
But it's just I agree with Gytis because and what Rytis said, you were looking for Jonas Valanciunas. You were almost like you definitely wanted to sign him. It just didn't work out, and then you get Richaun Holmes on the complete opposite of the scale of the players, and so it's like we just kind of need to sign someone from the NBA. It doesn't really matter the play style. We'll just use him to what he
Google
does best.
NBA centers out of contract.
Free agents.
And went for the best option. But honestly, I think that this signing makes more sense than JV. I would be happy to see JV in Athens. I would be happy for him to get this 3-year contract. But basketball-wise, I don't know if they need another center that can be attacked on the pick and roll, that can score, obviously dominate in the post, but what do you play him for 12 minutes per game? Or what do you do with Jonas Valanciunas in this team? And this signing makes more sense to me because you don't have any problems with his defense. Richaun Holmes will not be a problem on defense.
He won't just be a problem. He might
giant bigs.
Yeah, but there are not too many of those. And then you have Lesor.
And here in Europe, he'll be able to stay in the paint more, and his rim protection is not that bad either, so he can both switch and protect the rim a little bit, which I think is good. So you'll have two guys like Lesor and him who are both good rim protectors.
It's just that in Panathinaikos, from the center, you basically need defense.
Yeah.
Because you have...
Or you need them to roll, which he does really well. He had like 1.3 points per possession on roll situations in his like peak Sacramento days.
Okay.
So you got a perfect guy for that with Slukas, with TJ Shorts, with Kendrick Nunn. Doesn't matter who you play the pick and roll with.
And that's why I was like, JV doesn't make a lot of sense in Panathinaikos because you need a good defender at the center position. And Yurtseven, as good as he is offensively, like defensively, he was not that player that they needed in that position. So that's why I think Holmes makes more sense than Yurtseven and then Valanciunas. And I would love PAO, like in the perfect world, to have like a shooting big that Ataman really likes instead of Yurtseven, and that would make the ideal free center rotation.
In an ideal world, you would have a Greek center as well, because they also need to play the Greek league, where now they would have 3 foreigners essentially with the foreigner status
in one position.
Yes, so it's hard. If they had, for example, Papagiannis, which I'm sure that many Greek fans or Panathinaikos fans are not very fond of. At least when we spoke to them next to the arena in the Final Four in Abu Dhabi, they're like, Papagiannis, not sure, because they remember Papagiannis from before. But that would be a good third option. Of course, Papagiannis wouldn't want to be a third option, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, that's just saying like a Greek center would be a perfect option.
Ask Barcelona what they think about Papagiannis. how they value him.
Hey, let's not question Barcelona anymore. They're in their own.
No, I'm referencing to Game 5 of the quarterfinals this season.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, he was a factor there. That's all about Richaun Holmes, I guess.